한번 읽어보겠습니다. Start! What could he been thinking of? It must have been a trick of light. Mr. Dursley blinked and stared at the cat. It stared back. As Mr. Dursley drove around the corner and up the road, he watched the cat in his mirror. It was now reading the sign that said "Prove it Drive." No, looking at the sign. Cat couldn't read a map or signs. Mr. Dursley gave himself a little shake and put the cat out of his mind. As he drove toward town, he thought of nothing except a large order of thrills he was hoping to get that day. But on the edge of town, was driven out of his mind by something else. As he sat in the usual morning traffic jam, he couldn't help noticing that there seemed to be a lot of strangely dressed people about. People in clothes. Mr. Dursley didn't spare people who dressed in funny clothes, the get-ups you saw on younger people. He supposed this was some stupid new fashion. He drummed his finger on the steering wheel, and his eyes fell on the huddle of those weirdos standing quite close by. They were whispering exactly together. Mr. Dursley was enraged to see that a couple of them wasn't young at all. Why, that man has to be older than he was, and wearing an emerald green cloak. The nerve of him! But then it struck Mr. Dursley that this was probably some silly stunt. Those people was obviously collecting for something. Yes, that would be it. The traffic moved on, and a few minutes later, Mr. Dursley arrived in the Corning's park lot, his mind back on rails. Mr. Dursley always sat with his back to window in his office on 9th floor. If he hadn't, he might have found it harder to concentrate on drills that morning. He didn't see the hours sweeping past in broad daylight that people down in street did. They pointed and gasped open mouths as hour past hour sped overhead. 여기까지 읽어봤습니다. 자, 제 발음이 좋았다면 구독과 좋아요 꾹꾹 눌러주시고 싫어요와 악성 댓글은 하지 말아주세요. 자, 그러면 다음 편 영상에서 또 만나요. 야하!